After Hawa had traveled to her village, Fatmata came down with a serious illness. Fatmata was really down and was not able to do anything. So Abu took leave from his office and started taking care of her. But after 2 days of taking care of Fatmata, Fatmata was not recovering. Abu took her to the clinic where she was properly taken care of. With only Abu in his big mansion, he missed the presence of Fatmata, as Fatmata was the only person who genuinely cared about him. All the ladies that had come his way or he had ever spoken with, or even the ones his mother had hooked him up with, were only concerned of his wealth. Whenever he hung out with them, whatsoever they had to say was just related to his family, his business, his inheritance. It was just Fatmata that cared about who he truly was and was encouraging him to be a better person, motivating him to become better out of life. Deep within, Abu was beginning to like Fatmata. He really appreciated her and always wanted her around. The presence of this sickness has really brought down his deep desire about her. After a few days, Fatmata returned home. Abu went to pick her from the hospital by himself and also had to buy her takeout for lunch that she could eat the moment they got to the house. Abu was shy to ask her out that moment, but he managed to put himself together and asked Fatmata out. Fatmata was really scared when Abu popped the question, as she knew his mother, Mrs. Fatu, won't let it slide in any way, and she had seriously warned her before assigning her the tax. Although she had serious feelings for Abu, so she decided to come clean to Abu. She told Abu, "I have something to say to you, and if after you have listened to what I have said and you're still willing to date me, then I'm going to date you." So Fatmata decided to open up. She told Abu everything concerning herself, that she's actually not really a maid. She was employed by his mother to get to know him and know the reason why he wasn't willing to get married and to convince him to get married. When Fatmata was done talking, Abu told her all she has said does not matter to him. That what matters to him is if she on her own part likes him. He doesn't want to date someone and the love is a one-sided kind of love. And Fatmata told him that she genuinely loved him. Spending time with him has made their bond even stronger. So Abu told Fatmata that what it meant was that she had carried her tax appropriately, as now he is open to love. Fatmata proceeded to explaining her fears to him, the fears of his mother getting to find out about this relationship. Abu told her, "You don't have to be scared. Don't worry about her. I won't let any harm come to you, provided you're with me. No harm is going to come to you." So Abu proceeded by saying, "She placed you here to console me, to teach me what mattered out of life, and to teach me to love someone. That means you've carried out your task. If she's not okay with the fact that I have fallen for you, I'm ready to fight for you," Abu said, looking at Fatmata. Fatmata was so excited deep down, as Abu wasn't just in love with her, but Abu was ready to fight for the relationship. She only had the thought, when did this feeling start, that he never even made it obvious. And Abu is being sincere about being ready to fight for her. That's good. Abu also told her she didn't have to work as a maid if she doesn't want to anymore, that her job here is being done. She can return back to her job, as he knows that she was going to miss her job greatly. Fatmata was so excited and told him, "Thank you very much for your total understanding." She told him that she can't sleep in her house as she's being monitored by his mother. So she had to return to his house every day till her contract elapses. So Abu told her that he had no issue with it, that she should do whatsoever was okay by her. Abu and Fatmata started dating officially. Abu was always excited whenever he was returning home, as his beautiful girlfriend was there waiting on him. At times, if Abu gets to return home before Fatmata, Abu makes beautiful meal and waiting for her to return. The first day he did that, Fatmata was shocked as she never knew that Abu could cook. All the while, Hawa and Fatmata were in the house working as maids, Abu never cooked. So this was the first time she had seen that Abu made a meal. So she asked him, "Do you know how to cook?" And Abu said, "Yes, I do. But if I don't assign someone to do it, I won't have time to finish all the jobs I have in a day. Cooking is something I picked up while I was in school and I enjoyed doing it. So I really know how to cook. Just because of the stress of the company, I decided to get a maid for that." Back in the village, Hawa had met Mama Zainab and explained to Mama Zainab how her oil wasn't working and wasn't attracting the right man for her. So Mama Zainab told her, "How is this oil not attracting the right man for you? Were you in love with this man? Or is this man also in love with you?" Then Hawa decided to say the truth. And she told Mama Zainab that she was not in love with him, but the man could also help bring her family out of poverty. And Mama Zainab told her, "When you're using the oil of attraction, you're only using it for someone who likes you and probably someone you like, not someone you want to use. It's not going to work that way." Mama Zainab then went further to explain to Hawa, "Love is a very strong thing, you know. Do not force yourself into a relationship without love. I can see that you're a very young and pretty lady." Mama Zainab also told her, "Do not let greed make you pick the wrong egg, thinking it's going to lead you to your destination. Whatsoever I give to you now to hold him down will surely have its own consequences. You might accept now because you feel it's going to bring you and your family out of poverty, but on the long run, you will regret your actions. So be very careful of what you wish for. It is better your hands are clean than to run mad or die young." These words scared Hawa. Running mad or dying young was like a big word in her ears. Why should I run mad, she thought to herself. So Mama Zainab went further to explain to her, "Whatsoever I give to you to go hide in the house or under the bed, the moment he gets to find out about it, you are either going to run mad, and if I ask you to place him inside a bottle, the moment he's been broken out of the bottle, you're going to die. So it is better you choose someone who is going to love you for who you really are. All these things comes with its own consequences. This rich man now might not even love you after getting married to you. Let love lead you to the right path. Do not allow greed make you think that money is far better than love. One day you're going to get someone who genuinely loves you for who you are, and that person might also be a rich man too. So please, my child, be very careful. But if you want me to give it to you, I'll give it to you because that's what you want." After Hawa gave it a deep thought, she refused to accept anything. She told herself it was better for her to improve on herself, her knowledge, and make something out of life rather than pinning herself to a rich man who did not like her. When Hawa returned back to Freetown, she saw the relationship between Fatmata and Abu. At first, she was envious of them, but also remembered Mama Zina's words to her. And she also thought to herself, Fatmata had really tried her best to get to know the boss, so there was no need of me feeling bad and being envious. She really worked so hard trying to get to know him, playing games, spending more time with him. This was something I wasn't even able to do. All I just wanted was him to get married to me so that I can use his money to help my family. The next day, Hawa also watched as Fatmata dressed elegantly and left for work. Hawa then thought to herself, did Mrs. Fatu bring her here to get married to her son? Wow! I said it from the onset that she was too classy to be a maid. As time went on, Hawa spoke to Mr. Abu about improving herself, that she really wanted to go to school and also get to learn one or two handworks. Abu told her it was fine with him. What mattered to him was never coming back to a dirty home or not making his meal appropriately. Hawa accepted to keep to those rules and regulations, and Abu told her, I'm going to pay you additional half of your salary to support you going to school. I'm really glad that you've made up your mind to go to school. It was something that I always thought about, but I wanted you to do it for yourself because you wanted to, not like I was going to force you to go to school. Hawa was really excited that she was taking the right path this time around. It was not greed that was leading her. Mr. Pat was also in love with Hawa, even without the oil. He was always trying his best to get Hawa's attention whenever she was leaving for school each day. So Hawa decided to give into the relationship with him, believing that it was going to work well, as she had always had feelings for him. She was so glad too that he liked her without the oil, because she initially felt the oil was the reason Mr. Pat liked her. One day, Mrs. Fatu visited Mr. Abu's house unannounced and was so surprised to see her son holding a lady's waist. But when the lady turned around to greet her, it was Fatmata. Mrs. Fatu was so upset. She immediately shouted at her, how dare you, Fatmata? Did I bring you here for this? I brought you here so as to push my son to get married and not to have my son wrapped around your hands. Pack your things and leave this very moment. Abba was waiting for his mother to be done throwing her tantrum so that he could talk to her. Abu told his mother, Fatu, Fatmata isn't going anywhere. Fatmata is who I love, and that is final. If she's good at convincing me to get married, then she's also good to be gotten married to. I don't really get it. Why are you against the relationship that you know nothing about? You should be happy for me and not to try to make a scene in my home. We were planning to come see you and father for your blessings. Mrs. Fatu said, blessings? I will never bless such union, she told her son. And she quickly told Abu, you don't even know her. Mrs. Fatu decided to tell Abu of Fatmata's past, about Fatmata's parents and so many others. But all she said fell on deaf ears, as Abu told his mother, we all have our own past, and the past does not always define who we really are. Most of the ladies coming my way are only coming because of my wealth. But Mrs. Fatu told him, it's her job to convince people to be better. They are sweet talkers. They talk you into doing something good. Don't confuse your treatment as love. She's like a doctor to you. So now you're ready to get married. You're ready to give love a chance. I can hook you up with a good person who is deserving of the family's name. Fatmata couldn't stand the argument anymore, so she ran out of the house. Abu left his mother talking and ran out of the house to meet up with Fatmata. When he got to Fatmata, he held her hands and told her, "If you truly love me, then you have to stand by me and believe that I can handle this. My mom is just mad at the moment. She will get over it. My dad might even be worse. So put your acts together and know that this road won't be easy. These are the things you get to see when you get to steal a rich man's heart," Abu told her, smiling, trying to console her for what had happened. But Fatmata told him that she had to leave as his mother wasn't okay with it. Abu told her, "You can't leave. It's either me or my mother. Who are you going to choose?" Fatmata looked at everything and decided to stand close to Abu. Mrs. Fatu came out of the house and told them, "I am not done with this. I am going to return. And when I return, Fatmata, make sure none of your belongings still remain in this house." So Mrs. Fatu left angrily. So after a few days, Abu decided to introduce Fatmata to his family. One Saturday evening, Abu and Fatmata went to see both his dad and mom. Abu introduced Fatmata to his dad while sitting on the dining. Mr. Fodi wasn't even happy with Fatmata's background. After asking Fatmata a series of questions, he just kept his face straight, not showing any emotion. He wasn't okay with her or her background. So after having dinner, Mr. Fodi told Fatmata to please excuse them as he would love to talk to his son privately. So Abu and Fodi stepped into a different room to have a discussion. While they were there, Mr. Fodi had already told one of the staff to pay Fatmata off as she was too low for his son, unknown to Abu. While Fodi was talking to Abu, Fodi told Abu, "That lady is not the type of lady for this family. Her family is nobody. If you get married to her, people will talk. People will talk of who her family is. You have to get married to a decent family. I'm not forcing you to get married to a very big, rich family, but someone that the background is clean. They have a clean slate, not someone that the people will always point hands at. Please and please, try and understand what I'm trying to say," Fodi told his son. Fatmata, who left the house so angry, as she couldn't believe that Fodi was going to do that. She left the money that was given to her on the dining and went out of the house angry. When Abu was done talking to his father, he came out and did not see Fatmata, and he quickly asked the staff where Fatmata was, and the staff told him that Fatmata had left earlier. He quickly picked up his phone and called Fatmata. Fatmata explained everything that had happened and the reason why she had to leave the house. Abu was so angry. Abu had to ask his father, "Does everything have to be about business? I don't want to be like you, Dad. This is my family. This is me for you. I don't want to have your kind of life. And I don't want you to interfere in that. Please and please, let me be. I want to get married to her. And with or without your blessing, I'm going to do that. Learn to come in terms with that which your child wants. She's good for me. She understands me better. Even if she came from a very crazy home, she has made life out of herself. She's a better person. Why judging her by what her family had done? Why can't you just see that she's okay now?" Mr. Fodi looked at his son and said, "Okay, If you want to get married to her, then you can get married to her. I don't have any issue with that. But if this marriage turns out to be a joke, just be ready that I'm going to kick you out of my company because I cannot be a laughing stock in the streets of Freetown. I don't have any issue with her. If you say she's your wife, you can fix a date and get married to her. But make sure you and her never have any issue. Because if you do, I'll be the first one to drag you. Abi looked at his father, shocked, and he quickly asked him, "Are you blessing my marriage with her?" Mr. Fode told his son, "Since you said she's the right person for you, my father never picked a wife for me, so I don't think I should. You're grown enough to know what is good and what is bad. If she's the right person for you, you can go ahead. Moreover, the money I gave to her, quite a huge sum of money, she refused taking it. So I think she's nice. Or I hope she's not just acting." Abu was so excited that his father had gradually come in terms with the fact that his life is his and not that of his father. So after 6 months of dragging the issue with his mother Fatu, Fatu had to give in to the relationship of Abu and Fatmata, and she gave her blessings. And that was how Abu and Fatmata got married, and they lived happily. Fatmata and Abu never had any issue for one day. Instead, their love grew on a daily basis, getting to know one another, trying to love someone for who they are and not for what they wanted the person to be. Fatmata loved Abu's simplicity. She tried to love him however he was. Abu also loved her simplicity, getting to know what each one had gone through. They worked towards becoming better, worked towards making their family to become better. They always made out time for the family, made out time to have dinner, made out time to catch up on lost times. And with this, Fatu envied her son's family, as her son turned out to have a better life than she expected. Thank you very much for watching the story.